I don't think there's a substitute for in-person work. Now, again, I'm a big believer in flexible and hybrid work. Don't get me wrong. But I don't believe that there are certain aspects of in-person work which can be replicated in a virtual environment. Similarly, and I think there's a difference between productivity versus innovation. So I'll tell you what I mean, or productivity versus impact. I give a lot of keynote speeches to organizations around the world each year. Can I be more productive doing virtual talks? So how many virtual talks can I give in a day sitting here staring into a camera? 4, 5, maybe 6? I can be super productive giving a ton of keynotes. Where am I going to have the greatest impact? Is it going to be where I am staring into a camera lens and when people are looking at me on a screen and they only see me from here up? Or is it going to be where I'm on a stage, where I can look people in the eye, where I can see their body language, where people can see me, where I can gesticulate, where I can meet with people afterwards, where I can talk to people before I get on stage and build some relationships? Where is the greater impact going to be? It's of course going to be via an in-person keynote. Do you want to hear something really crazy? 96% of the people who watch videos on this channel are not subscribed. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll literally take you 1 second and you'll get notified when more videos just like this one are available. Now, let's get back to the content. But can I be productive virtually? Of course. And the same thing is true when we think about hybrid or in-person work versus virtual work. And there have been several CEOs that have come forward. One is the CEO of Elevest. One is the CEO of Microsoft. I think several others have also acknowledged that, sure, if you want to just be productive, you don't need to come into the office. You can technically work anywhere you want. But productivity just means that you're going to go out of business later. Companies are not just interested in productivity. Companies are not just interested in knowing that you're getting the things done that you need to get done on a day-to-day. Companies are thinking about the future. And the future means innovation. The future means growth. The future means customer and employee relationships. A lot of the leadership development, a lot of those things are done far more effectively in person than they are in a virtual environment. Think about if you are an aspiring leader in a team and you want to become a future leader inside your organizations. How are you going to be more effective in developing who you are as a leader? Is it going to be taking some courses online? Is it going to be having a couple meetings with your leader virtually? Or is it going to be showing up to the office, doing in-person training, watching and observing your leader in different situations and circumstances, seeing how he or she negotiates and deals with tough situations, getting coffee with them and being able to have casual conversations? Where are you going to be a more effective leader? Seeing how they work on their physical presence, looking at how they deal with emotional intelligence, just seeing their overall, persona in different environments. Are you going to be a better leader if you show up to the office or if you are standing behind a screen? I don't think anybody can argue that, of course, you will be far more effective in your leadership training and development if you spend time in the office getting that training versus staring at a screen. Same thing for building any kind of relationships. And I don't think anybody would argue that grabbing a cup of coffee with somebody in person is going to be just as effective as, hey, let's hop on a Zoom for 30 minutes. It's not the same. And again, I do believe in flexible and hybrid work, but there are certain things that I think you can do in an office that are better suited for that. And other things where if you're just doing calls, you're working on presentations, you're just doing kind of the day-to-day stuff, yeah, maybe you don't need to show up to work every day. But I do believe there is still very much a need and a function for in-person work. I also think, and one of the things that we don't talk about is it depends on your goals and aspirations. I think now is a very unique time for people who have big dreams and big visions and goals and aspirations of getting into mid and senior and executive leadership roles. If that's you, you have a tremendous opportunity right now. Why? Because a lot of people are not wanting to show up to work. A lot of people are not wanting to put on the nice outfit, to commute, to pay for their transportation, to pay for lunch. A lot of people are not wanting to do that. If you're willing to make that sacrifice, and if you are willing to do those things and spend time in the office with your leaders so that they see you, so that you see them, so that you can have that more one-on-one time with your leaders, you're going to be positioned in a very, very unique way. So if you have those aspirations of leadership, I would encourage you now, when a lot of people don't want to show up to the office, you show up to the office, because you're going to get that visibility. You're going to get that time from your leaders that is usually so hard to get. You're going to be seen, and you will be spending more time with your leaders. However, if you don't have those aspirations, you're content with where you are. You don't want to get into leadership. You just want to make a paycheck and coast and chill and hang out. Hey, don't show up to the office. That's fine. But then don't get upset if a couple years later, you're not the one getting promoted, whereas your coworker is, who is making those sacrifices and is showing up to the office and is spending time with his or her leaders when you're not.